Snakes on a Plane really took over the unlikely thing on a plane genre back in 2006, and air travel in movies has never been the same since. So when you hear the concept of Blood Red Sky, a flight taken over by vampires, you sort of have some assumptions about the goofiness you're getting into. Except this isn't that. Not at all. Blood Red Sky takes its vampires on a plane concept very seriously, which easily could have gone wrong, and yet it absolutely works as intended, and as it turns out, Netflix has managed to secure itself one of the best vampire genre movies since 30 Days of Night. The story follows a woman and her son flying from Germany to New York to treat what looks to be a terminal illness, but the flight is interrupted by a series of terrorists who are intent on hijacking the plane, and blaming a number of Muslim passengers for it, who have been set up to take the fall. To talk about the vampire aspect of this at all, we have to get into mild spoilers, because as it turns out, it's the mother who is a vampire, and her condition she's trying to cure is not cancer, but vampirism. Not so great in daily life, but kind of just the ticket when a number of gun-toting terrorists take over a plane. The problem? Vampirism spreads, and if you're not careful, you can find yourself with a plane full of vampires. Well, this quickly turns into a plane full of vampires. The film is technically German, but there's a lot of English spoken, given that it's a flight heading to America. It stars probably no one you actually recognize except that one guy from Prison Break, no, the other guy, and Graham McTavish, albeit he's more in a minor role just at the front and back end of the film. If you're unsure about the film for its first half, be sure to stick around for the second where things get truly wild. As it turns out, what is essentially a giant flying coffin is a perfect setting for a vampire film, and the claustrophobia is the film's best asset, in addition to its vampire design and practical effects as the plane fills with blood. The film has rocketed to become the #1 show or movie on the Netflix, somewhat unusual to see for a foreign film, and between this movie and the fact that all the Twilight movies have recently hit Netflix, it's vampire central over there right now. Although Twilight vampires and Blood Red Sky vampires are, as you might expect, wildly disparate. No sparkling or love triangles on the flying plane of death. I would absolutely recommend Blood Red Sky to horror fans, vampire fans, airplane fans, pretty much anyone. It takes what should be an absurd concept, plays it straight, and pays it off in an excellent fashion. Looking forward to the sequel on a cruise ship or space shuttle or something. Follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to my free weekly content roundup newsletter, God Rolls. Pick up my sci-fi novels The Heracula series, and the Earthborn trilogy, which is also on audiobook.